How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Got my co-host here, Juno. What you doing, sweetie? Huh? Here's my co-host, hanging out. Well, this is just a quickie little discussion video, and it has to do with the Flytanium ball cages. I had somebody ask me if there's a problem with the stainless steel balls and the titanium ball cages. Do they conflict with each other? I haven't had any issues or whatever with galling or anything like that. I think that's what they're referring to, is like, because sometimes titanium doesn't work too well with other metals and it causes galling. Aluminum can have that same effect too, but titanium's more prone to it than aluminum. But I haven't had any issues. But I do keep my knives very well lubed and oiled and everything else like that. This is the one that y'all just saw me just convert into the titanium ball cage with the stainless steel ball bearing. And this is the one I've had for several years. I converted a long time ago. And I just want to take this one apart just to see what the ball bearing looks like. What do you guys think? You guys want to see what the ball bearing looks like? See if it has any galling or anything? Let's find out. Need a T10. Oh, by the way, Blade HQ tomorrow is going to have a Demco drop. They sent me a thing in the mail telling me that there's going to be a Demco drop tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Blade HQ for my favorite 8020S model. These are going to be dropping at Blade HQ, and I think they're going to have M4 steel. M4 steel, and you can either get the titanium or Grivery or G10 handle scales. But I think all the blades are going to be M4. Hey, Juju. Well, you got to get down after this, though, sweetie, because we're going to take apart this knife real quick. That's my girl. Yes, you're my girl. Yes, she is. That's my girl. Okay. That's my sweetie. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my sweetie. That's my baby. All right, that's my co-host. Okay, let's get to take apart this one now. T8. T8 and T10. Okay, let's see what this ball bearing looks like. It looks perfectly fine, people. This has been in this knife for about 3 years. This is stainless steel, stock stainless steel ball bearing that the knife comes with. There's no pits, nothing, no galling or anything on it. I don't see any kind of damage on the titanium ball cage. So I think it's pretty safe to say that you'll be okay. I don't think there's going to be galling or whatever. Now, one thing I have felt with these knives is that the titanium ball cage rides on the part of the blade tang, this flat right here, and this flat right here, and you can feel them rub sometimes, and it makes it feel kind of gritty sometimes because it's rubbing against it. This one's a lot smoother. This one, it feels a little bit rougher. I'm sort of tempted to take this one apart and see if I can wet sand this area down in here a little bit, just to make it a little bit smoother. That's the only thing I've noticed on mine so far. My crew wear knife. So I think it's pretty safe to say that these are okay. Let me wipe this all off since I got it all apart now. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I just had my birthday dinner. My family took me out for a birthday dinner at Fixin' Soul Food in Oak Park. It was good. That's Brian's place. Another one of you guys that watches this, one of the viewers, he manages that restaurant in Oak Park. He's one of the people I bought one of my 8020S models from. Every once in a while he comes on the channel, makes a comment. All right. Okay, it's ready to go back together now. But yeah, you don't have to worry about galling. I wouldn't worry about galling. And with me, I always keep things lubed, and I don't know if that helps. I think it might help. I'm not sure though. But see, I'm gonna put this ball bearing in grease. And it also helps keep the ball bearing in place too when you put everything back together. Put a little grease on the ball bearing. A little bit of grease around the pivot. A little drop of oil. I know a lot of you get afraid to use grease and oil and stuff like that, but to be honest, metal loves grease and oil. It's one thing I've learned as being a mechanic. Whenever you have something that's rubbing against each other that's creating a lot of friction, you want to keep it lubricated. Especially when you fidget with things like I do. Because I imagine I open and close things a lot more than the average person does. So I probably create a lot of wear. Absolutely love these knives though, people. These are some awesome knives. Yes, where did the little pin go? There he is. Now, when in a Demko movie, a Demko video where he's weight hanging this, it's this pin that gives out. That's the pin that gives out and causes the failure at 180 pounds. You go look back at the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's this pin right here. The pin doesn't look that strong. I mean, it looks, strong enough for, normal use, but it doesn't look like heavy duty type strong. Like to put the spring in grease. That's right, sweetie. No, you can't jump up here, sweetie. Can't jump up here right now, kiddo. Not right now. Put a little bit of blue Loctite on this one. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I had pork chops, black eyed peas, collard greens, and cornbread, and peach cobbler for my birthday dinner. If y'all wondering. And yes, I feasted. Uh-oh, this piece is not in there. We got to take that back apart again. How'd that get in there without that piece being in there? Pin popped out, huh? There we go, now we're together. Yeah, right. It's all downhill now, people. A little bit more Loctite on here. So I would say that, it's pretty safe to say that you're not going to have galling issues. That was the question. That's the reason why we took this apart. I just wanted to sort of answer that question. Because I didn't know for myself, so I wanted to see. And this is one that I carried a lot. This is a knife that I carried a lot. I haven't carried a lot recently, but when I first got it, I carried it all the time. A lot more than I carried a lot of my other knives because it's such a great work knife. These knives are awesome for work. Perfectly centered. Absolutely love these knives, people. No blade play at all, no up and down, no side to side. And this knife has been open and closed 1 billion times. Let you get a good look at it. This is the one that I used to carry all the time. It's one of my favorite knives of all time. That's the reason why I wanted to get the crew wear. Because I have 2 of these. This is the one I used to carry. The other one I never carried. And it still has the black ball cage in it. I like the titanium ball cage from Flytanium. And they also make them in aluminum if you're worried about galling or anything like that. Aluminum has less chance of galling than titanium does against steel. But as you see right here, I don't see any galling or any issues. So I think it's pretty safe to say that that's not really an issue with this knife. Not with the Flytanium ball cages. Flytanium. I always say titanium, but it's Flytanium. Is the correct way to pronounce it. All right, people. Well, that's about all I had to say. And if you're interested in getting a brand new Demco knife, Blade HQ, tomorrow morning on the 10th, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., they said they're going to have a Demco drop. And it's going to be 8020S models with M4 steel blades. And they have all sorts of different colors of G10 handle scales, from the JG10 to purple or orange, whatever color you want. They even got like neon apocalypse green and stuff. And they have the textured titanium handles and the plain titanium handles. Go to Blade HQ and you can see the knives that they're going to have available for tomorrow. But anyway, that's for people who are interested in Demco knives. Me, myself, I'm tempted to get one, but I don't really know if I want an M4 knife. If there was S45VN, I'd be all over it. But I don't know if I want another knife that's not stainless steel. I've had M4 knives before, and it's like a crew wear or like anything like that. It will rust. So M4 is not rust proof. But Benchmade uses M4 a lot. I have 2 Contigo knives with M4 steel. But they're coated. And these knives aren't going to be coated, so it's up to you. They start out at about like $450. And the textured ones I think are like $600, $650 or something like that. But they're really beautiful knives. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have been wanting to get a brand new one, you know, at the real price instead of the marked up price. And that'll be your chance to do it. All right, well, that's about it for us. What do you think, Gino? That's about it for us tonight? Huh? We'll put this one out there for everybody so they can get the information that we got about the Demco knives. Because I know there's a lot of people out there wanting to get a new Demco knife. We have lots of Demco knives, so we don't really need one. I'd rather get a Atlas Mayhem whenever those come out. I don't know. I might go check out the Demco knives. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I won't be getting one. All right, people. Well, that's about it. I do have something coming from John Demco. I ordered a set of jade, natural jade G10 scales from John Demco. John Demco makes the scales. And those will be coming. And I'll be putting those on my clip point blade 820S model. And that's going to be in my drawer for this year. That's what I think I'm going to do instead of buying another one, because I really don't want to spend. I already got 5 8020Ss. I don't really need another one, and I don't really want M4 steel. I know M4 is a great steel and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad steel or anything. It's just I have a lot of carbon steel folders. I really like folders with stainless steel the best. Why? Because it doesn't rot. And then when things are in your pocket, you know, you tend to have moisture from sweat and stuff like that. That's why I tend to prefer stainless steels, and if it's not a stainless steel, I like to have it coated. This one, I made an exception because I just love this knife, and I love the idea of how tough crew wear is supposed to be and stuff like that, so I just had to try it out. And if it gets stained up, that'll be okay, because this is going to be an everyday user just like this one was, and this one's gotten beat up, and this one will get beat up too. This is the first DLC knife I've ever had that I've worn off some of the finish. And I sort of wonder if my Recon 1 that I purchased this year, the orange one, it has the same type of DLC finish where it's a matte DLC finish instead of the glossy DLC finish. All my knives with the glossy DLC finish, that finish doesn't wear off. But I noticed with this one, with the matte finish, it does wear a little bit. It wears nicely though, it doesn't wear ugly. It wears nicely. Looks like a worn pair of jeans. I like the way it looks. Excellent knives, people. But this one right here, this is the king of the fidgeters, the S model. The S model and the 8020.5 to me are the kings of the fidgeters. They're the best fidgeting knives. If you want a fidgeting knife that is still has a strong lockup and a strong lock type, you know, so it'd be good for self-defense. It'd be good for heavy-duty use, heavy-duty chores, what have you. I would suggest getting a Shark-Lock Demco knife. I know these are expensive, but this is the best. To me, the Shark-Lock Demco knife is the best. If you want a knife that's fun to open and close, but still has a very strong lock, and it's a super sturdy knife. You know, I don't know if it's as strong as a Triad or a Deadbolt or or an Atlas lock. That's the other one. I almost went blank on it. A Triad, Deadbolt, or an Atlas lock. I don't know how strong this lock is. I've never seen it tested. But I can tell by the way it's made and then by the way it's operated, this is a serious lock. But anyway, that's about all I got for you guys today, people. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm going to go ahead and put this one out there for you guys. I just sort of want to let everybody know about the Demco drop, because I know I've been trying to catch the drops forever. I've never been able to catch them. And it's like whenever I get these kind of notices, I go check it out. They're always all gone. You know, so like if you want to get a Demco knife, you can't play around. You got to be prepared to spend some money and buy it. You don't sit around and you look at it. You don't think about it. You just go to the web page and buy it right away before somebody else does. That's what you have to do, people. The S models aren't going to be lingering around like the 8020.5s. Those will probably be gone pretty much like the same day that they're dropped. I bet you they'll be all sold. But anyway, just letting you know, people, because people will be buying those and they'll sell them on eBay for twice as much. That's pretty much what people have been doing with the drops. They've been making money off the Demko knives. But anyway, peace out. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Peace. Stiletto. Juno and Stiletto out.